We are sisters, Julia and Anastasia, and this is our home in the Australian rainforest. We live on Bundjalung Country, amongst the endless trees, the waterfalls, and the flowing streams. And we have a dream to build a self-sustainable future and regenerate the land for generations to come. Our daily routine is filled with so much joy and hard work. We care for so many animals, grow food, create, build, and learn to live off the land. But living off-grid also holds so many trials, and we're learning that this is all part of it. There's no rainbows without a little rain. So join us in our daily routine. Our first job in the morning is to let all of the animals out from their night pens. We have to do it no matter the weather, but honestly, even in the cool winter mornings or in a summer thunderstorm, the animals always find a way to make us smile on our routine. First up are the Welsh harlequins. They get so nibbly in the mornings. Next are the cayugas. They used to walk down their ladder every morning, but lately they get too excited and fly off. They know exactly where they want to go and run as fast as they can to the orchard paddock, where they start their morning shift as fruit fly eliminators. These guys are so sweet. They have no idea the important job that they are doing by eating all of the fallen black sapotes, star fruit, or mangoes. But without them, fruit flies would be drawn to eat all of the fruit. The goats are so sweet and cuddly in the morning, but they hate the rain so much. They get grumpy in the wet, especially Moth, who is super pregnant. There is so much joy in greeting each duck, and every morning I greet them all by name. They have tiny differences, like beak and eye colour, but the main giveaway is their unique personalities. Anastasia is loud and makes friends with everything and everyone. Bee goes on adventures every day and is so clever and cheeky.
She walks past your door and it's 4:30 and you watch her.
Cloud loves being up high and flies to my shoulder for fun. Lemon gets lost quite often and quacks until you find her and carry her back to her friends.
Your mind tells you no, but your heart just screams go like you're falling. And now I understand why I'm missing the crowded Amsterdam streets. They whisper to me.
The next job is to let the 4 boys out of their new palace. Boy ducks can fight and be aggressive to girls and each other, so we have separated these boys from their sisters. Immediately, once there are only boys around, they chill out completely, and these guys are so happy living in their special yard.
I wouldn't even care, it doesn't matter where we run away. A place far from here, without hate, without fear, it all started.
You want some? You want some?
Now I understand why I'm missing the crowd.
Oh, not on the marigold!
They whisper to me. Dum da da dum day.
Our favourite routine on these late spring days is taking the ducklings to the creek for a swim. Watching them play in the stream and swim down the tiny waterfalls is the most wholesome thing.
You want to go down the waterfall again? You want to come downstream? Oh, Ducky, die!
Julia is collecting heaps of Brazilian cherries. They are so yummy and full of vitamin C. The ducklings love playing in the garden while we pick lunch. The tomatoes are so abundant at the moment, and we have been taking advantage of this by cooking the best salads, pastas, and eating them fresh off the stalk. And the ducks love them too.
She doesn't know her beauty, and when she laughs, it's springtime all around. Flying higher than the trees, falling into the breeze. Watch out, here she comes.
You want cuddles? No, not now.
Yum! The pesto recipe is up on our Patreon. Most days we move the sheep to a new paddock. This system of rotational grazing means that we can keep them healthy from worms. We always let them graze on the road for a while because they love the grass so much. Sometimes they take ages, finding fruit trees and munching on grass, but this slow time in nature is always so beautiful. I always forget to bring my book, but I end up just loving to watch all the movements of nature. And of course, spending time cuddling and patting everyone. Then it's time to finally move on to the new paddock. The goats have run away and meet us halfway, and Clover is still learning to not be scared of all animals, so this adds a lot of chaos. The sheep get in the funniest and most playful mood every time we move paddocks. They run as fast as they can up and down the road for fun, and constantly try to sneak past to get to their favourite jaboticaba tree. Off they run again. By the time I make it home, every sheep, goat and duck is waiting for me. They know that it's afternoon cuddle time. This week has been hard. A few days ago, we lost our sweet sheep Aubergine. He got 3 paralysis ticks, and his immunity has always been low to ticks. A few years ago, he had a tick and almost died, but we nursed him back. But this time, the build-up was too much. Aubergine was the most gentle sheep, and we miss his presence so much. He held so much love in his deep golden eyes, and he was the kindest boy to everyone he ever met.
Stranger she seems in one of your dreams. She is dancing. You run on the streets, just dying to meet this indescribable figure. Your mind tells you no, but your heart just screams go, like you're falling. And now I understand why I'm missing the crowded Amsterdam streets. They whisper to me, dum da da dum day, dum da da dum day, oh, oh, oh. Dum da da dum day, dum da da dum day, oh, oh, oh. She walks to a park and it's getting dark, still you haven't seen. Dreaming of you, how you talk, how you do, where you haven't been. I wouldn't even care, it doesn't matter where we would run away. A place far from here, without hate, without...
He always bounced so joyfully across the farm, and when every sheep would run away, he would stay by our side and look into our eyes and show off how much of a good boy he was. He was our ballerina boy.
Looking back on these memories only makes us miss him more, but it also makes us realize how lucky we were to have such a gentle soul grow alongside us for so many years. Aubergine will go on and turn into the grass, the trees, and the fruit that he loved so much. He lives on in nature and those around him.
4:30 and you watch her. Stranger she seems in one of your dreams. She is dancing. You run on the streets just dying to meet his indescribable figure. Your mind tells you no, but your heart just screams go like you're falling. And now I understand why I'm missing the crowded Amsterdam street.
A kiss! A lick! Oh, thanks, Aubergine.
He will be missed so much by us and his brothers. Aubergine was the youngest of the fruit-loving brothers, and this is his brother Black Sapodi. They all hold the character of their mama, Mulberry, who passed away last year of old age. Black Sapodi and his twin Persimmon now continue the fruit-loving family story.
It's getting dark, still you haven't seen. Dreaming of you, how you talk, how you do, where you haven't been.
Don't attack Clover.
I wouldn't even care, it doesn't matter where we would run away. A place far from here, without hate, without fear, it all started that day. And now I understand why I'm missing the crowded Amsterdam streets. They whisper to me, dum-da-da-dum-day, dum-da-da-dum-day, oh, oh, oh. Dum-da-da-dum-day, dum-da-da-dum-day, oh, oh.
Trust Clover.
We're painting a mural on this new goat pen that we built with our uncle. To honour Magnolia and Moth, we're painting the matriarchs, running through a field with ducks. We're going to paint Magnolia surrounded by bees and magnolia flowers, and Moth surrounded by avocados and moths. We've been working so hard all week to finish this new big and cozy pen for Moth, who is so close to giving birth. But it's been such a journey to build it. First, Julia actually bought a truck. It's from 1975 and is the glossiest green. It once carried sheep from farm to farm, and now we're going to build a tiny home on the back. We've never done anything like this before, so it's quite daunting, but we're also so excited to learn as we go.
Town is too fast to sleep. Judy takes a stash out from the corners. She'll be fast because she doesn't want you waiting. And her glasses make you wonder, what would Judy look like in the night? Does she cry when rain will meet her thunder? Does she smile until the first morning light? And oh, 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 Judy has all you need. And oh, 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 just ask her on the street. likes you, she will greet you daily, even when you don't buy anything. And then you find out they don't call it Judy, but it just sounds way better when we sing. And maybe one day she will leave her Clifton, drift away to bigger noisy towns, and take with her the ciggies and the warm sun. And Judy, don't forget to take your crowns. And Judy has all you need. Just ask her on the street. Judy has all you need.
Because the back is originally for moving sheep, it is the perfect goat pen, and with a few old sheets of iron, recycled mesh, old wooden boards, and a heap of wire tying it all together, we have the cutest and coziest goat pen ever. Everything is secondhand and recycled, and it's so full of character.
Maggie, is that you?
Judy wakes up early in the morning when the rest of town is too fast to sleep. Judy takes a stash out from the corners. She'll be fast because she doesn't want you waiting. And her glasses make you wonder, what would Judy look like in the night? Does she cry when rain will meet her thunder? Does she smile until the first morning light? Judy has all you need. Just ask her on the street. And when she likes you, she will greet you daily, even when you don't buy anything. And then you find out they don't call her Judy, but it just sounds way better when we sing. And maybe one day she will leave her Clifton, drift away to bigger noisy towns, and take with her the ciggies and the warm sun. And Judy, don't forget to take your crowns. And Judy has all you need. Just ask her on the street. Judy has all you need. Just ask her on the street.
Just as we're putting the final strokes on, Moth is wandering off on her own and looking uncomfortable. She is hiding herself under some old tin, and we think she's going into labour. Papa Fern and Magnolia are kissing her to show their love, and with everyone's support, she birthed this sweet little boy.
This birch will never leave us, even stuck in.
He is so gorgeous and looks just like his Papa Fern. They have almost identical markings, and Maggie and Fern keep giving him a big sniff and kiss. Watching him take his first steps and drink his mama's milk is the most incredible thing in the world.
And dancing with my knees low, of lightning up your cigarette.
Moth is such a beautiful and proud mama. She licks him for hours and cares and loves him so much. We are so proud of her.
missing out on parties. It seems our heads are full of lies.
So, this has been a really big and special week on the farm, so filled with life and death, beauty and hardship. It makes us realize that in nature, everything is circular and nothing lasts forever. What's gone will come again. We lost Aubergine only to find new hope in a baby boy who was actually born on our dad's birthday. This feels like a beautiful message. Everything feels connected and potent, and it's hard to focus on loss when there's so much new life everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. And thanks so much to our patrons whose support makes so much possible.